Approved Home Pros, connecting you to today's trends, easy upgrades, and the tips, advice, and answers you need for your home, featuring trusted local experts and San Diego's best home pros, guaranteed. Now, Approved Home Pros.
Welcome to Approved Home Pros, San Diego's best resource for home improvement. I'm Jordan Frazier.
And I'm Sean Johnson.
Sean, today I'm hitting a career high. We are actually bringing a beautiful dog, Misha, on the show today because we're talking with Excel Air all about pets and the best AC for your home to prevent those pet allergies.
I can't wait to hear Misha's answer to some of the questions. The answer to some of the questions you're going to ask. And is this the first time you actually interviewed a dog on the air?
This will be my first time interviewing a dog on the air. I hope it goes well.
I'm sure it will. I'm a little nervous because I am going to be interviewing Inspector Dan. I'm afraid I might not pass the inspection. But we're talking about inspections with the City of San Diego Inspectorate Department, and there's a lot of great information there that I think people aren't aware of.
And I'm excited to learn why we need to be so thankful for people like Inspector Dan, because it is so important in the home improvement and home remodeling process to make sure that your inspections are going well.
Yeah, they really are on the consumer side. I think people don't think that. Sometimes they think it's the person's going to cost them money, but they really offer a huge protection to the consumer.
Just like Approved Home Pros does. But before we get into all of that, it's time for this week's home security tip.
Hi, this is Richard Mates from Knight Security, and this is Safe at Home. A little bit of insight into protecting you and your family, and the one we all love, which is your family and your home. We've talked about burglary, we've talked about fire. I want to talk about panic buttons. On all security keypads nowadays, there are at least police, fire, and medical panic buttons that are on all the time, 24 hours a day, whether your system is armed or disarmed. This is something great to show the kids, should they be home by themselves, or an elderly person, that there is a way to directly get paramedics to the home by simply depressing a button. And the central station, which you see behind me, is trained to receive these signals and dispatch the police, fire, or medical many times faster than even the public agencies. So if you have any questions on this or another topic, please let me know at 619-797-6603, and please be safe at home. Thanks.
Summertime and some new rate structures have caused a spike in electric bills, but have you ever wondered what exactly is causing that spike? Here with me today is Phil Edwards from JMAR Power Systems to discuss and find out what is happening in your house that's using your energy. I have a little bit of a leg up because I have this device, but thanks for being with me, and I'm excited to share it with everyone else today.
I'm excited to be here. We put it in, what, 2-3 months ago?
Yes, so the device is Wiser Energy, and it comes with a Sense app. And why don't you tell everyone what it does?
Well, the Sense app is basically a device that you install on your electrical panel, and it keeps track of all your electric usage. It starts off with some basic information, and then starts learning what you have in your house.
That is the perfect summary, because now that I've had it, like you said, about 2 to 3 months, I can't believe how fun it is, first of all. Usually I think of electrical as, it's in my walls, it's hidden. I don't really think about it till something is broken. But I want to be very conscious of where my energy use is coming from and see if I can change any habits and patterns to not pay as much to the utility company.
And you said something, electrical is fun?
Electrical is fun.
Yes.
Thanks for making it fun for me, Phil.
Make it fun to save energy.
It is, and I think I'm probably a good candidate. I'm not quite ready to go solar yet. My bills haven't gotten to the point where I'm ready, but households that have maybe $300 or $400 utility bills, it's so good to be able to track where they're using their energy. How can this help them be ready to go solar?
Well, when you go to install a solar system, it's usually based on your previous usage. So if you have a device like this that you could put in your panel, you could reduce your usage and possibly get away with a smaller solar system, which would save you thousands of dollars.
It's also a great device for people who can't go solar, because you still want to be able to take control of your energy use, right?
Yes. Say a single person that goes to work each day, and they have this device and they realize that their AC is turning on at 11 o'clock and they're not home. And they can adjust their usage and save that power for the future.
Yeah, you might not know that your thermostat is either programmed incorrectly or broken, and you can take control of those features. I know I've used it to switch doing my laundry from the evenings to the morning, and I'm finding out that I'm saving money that way. So take control of your electricity usage and discover what's using your energy today with the Wiser Energy device and the Sense app. Call JMAR Power Systems, have them come out, do a quick installation, and you can get the device today at 619-333-8662.
Today we're going to learn the keys to getting a great window cleaning, no matter who does it or how it gets done. Today I'm with Paul from Blue Ocean Window Cleaning at a beautiful home. And Paul, what are the ways you approach window cleaning that may be different from others that really get a great outcome?
Well, I think probably one of the main things is the whole matter of having the right equipment when you approach a window. If you go up there with inexpensive equipment and a lack of knowledge, you can end up with a very poor finished product. One of the things I think about when you're approaching a window is be prepared to be very thorough about it. Wipe the frames, wipe the sills, take a second and third look to see if there's a smear or a streak that's been missed.
So detail orientation is huge.
Very detail oriented, kind of like I tell people all the time, when we get done, it's like the white glove treatment, we're not afraid.
Now, also with the tools of the trade, I want to get into that because it's not Windex and a squeegee that you guys are using or a normal one. What are the tools of the trade?
Not at all. Typically when we approach a window, we got a full complement of gear, several squeegee sizes, several washer sizes, razor blades, frequently a product called Magic Eraser, which is just a little item to do extra cleaning, a razor blade if you can safely use it as a helpful tool, towels clearly for the edge work, wiping up, watching, all that kind of thing.
Now some of the things like razor blades and those things, that's not for an amateur DIY person to be trying because they could damage things, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. You get the wrong kind of glass or maybe a window that's tinted, has film on it, you run a high risk of scratching it and doing damage. And again, this is where the Bucket Bob comes in. They may not have the resources, the insurances, etc., so that if they break something or scratch something, they just say, well, I'm sorry.
So the real advice here is that there's ways to get great window cleaning. To do it yourself takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, some money and the right tools. It's going to be cheaper, easier, and better to call somebody like you who's a professional.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to climb up on the roof here with the ladder, you can do that.
Well, I'm not going to do that. I don't recommend you do that. What I recommend you do is call Paul at Blue Ocean Window Cleaning. You can find him at ApprovedHomePros.com because doing it yourself, it's not all it's cracked up to be. You're going to have much better results and you'll see clearly with Blue Ocean.
If you are ready to tackle a DIY painting project, there's so much more that goes into it to get the great results than just buying paint and putting it up on the wall. So today I've come to Hillcrest Ace Hardware talking with Harry Schwartz all about the prep work that goes into getting a great DIY project.
That's exactly right. So often people will come in, buy paint, put it up on the wall, and then be unhappy with the results not because of a problem with the paint, but because they didn't do proper prep work.
And there's nothing worse than not being proud at the end of your DIY project.
Exactly. So there are a number of steps to go through to get your walls ready for the paint. And the first one is any repairs that need to be done.
Okay.
So let's say you've taken down some picture frames or anything that was hanging on the wall and it's left some holes. You'll want to go and do some repair work. You might also have some loose paint that needs to be scraped off. So for repair, spackling compound and a putty knife is all you need. Fill in those holes. A paint scraper maybe to scrape away loose paint that you don't want to have on the wall that's going to peel off once your new paint's on there.
And it's easy with the right tools.
It is easy with the right tools. After you've done the spackle, you just do a little bit of sanding to give it a smooth surface. And then the next step is really the most important step, and it's the one that's most often skipped, and that's cleaning your walls. Imagine how long you've lived in your home and nobody cleans their walls on a regular basis, right?
Guilty.
Right? So you've got a few years of buildup of dust and smoke residue and things like that, and you want to get that cleaned off, otherwise it's going to show through your paint. So TSP is a product that we recommend for doing that, and it's basically just a sponge or a rag and some TSP and wiping down your wall.
Another simple step, it just requires the right tools to do it. Get the walls nice and clean before you do any painting.
Once you've repaired and cleaned, your next step is to prep with tape. So you're going to tape off the areas that you're not going to want to paint, whether maybe you're not painting your baseboards or it's the ceiling line, around your receptacle switches, things like that. Use your painter's tape.
And of course the tape sticks better to a clean wall.
That's exactly right. And then lastly is getting your painter's tools. So you want to get a good tray set. It's got a tray, roller covers, paint brushes, and if you're using a good quality paint, you'll want to upgrade to a better quality roller and brush. And we recommend the Purdy brand, which is our top of the line product.
So then you are ready to paint. So when you are ready to tackle your DIY project, head to your local Ace Hardware for all the painting supplies you need, and you'll have a perfect DIY project.
Approved Home Pros offers you free and easy access to expert reviews of San Diego's best home improvement professionals. Our in-depth screening, research, and reviews are conducted by experienced and trusted experts who are members of the local community with knowledge of local codes and common issues. Find San Diego pros and expert tips, advice, and answers on ApprovedHomePros.com.
It's time to Ask an Expert, where our experts answer everyday questions to help you better understand your home and the home improvement process. Today I'm with Greg Cantor, our resident expert, and Greg, it's inspection time.
Yes, it is.
We have Inspector Dan from the City of San Diego Inspectors Department. Greg, why do you want to talk about this topic today?
Well, I just think there's a misnomer about the role of an inspector and how important it is not only to the homeowner, but also the contractor.
To both parties. And then explain really what your role is. What does the inspector do?
Inspector will come out at certain intervals of a job to verify compliance with the plans, the codes, and very often we're looking for fire and life safety issues.
So you're really protecting the homeowner,
Yes,
protecting the consumer.
Definitely.
So is that your motivation? Is that really who you view yourself as working for? Is that homeowner?
Yes, we're working for the consumer and also for the contractor.
And I have to add that, I mean, we have a very close relationship with Dan and the inspectors, and you know, it's a working relationship that's really important to the success of a project.
Now, I would view it as something that maybe a builder would be fearful of, but you view it as a resource.
Absolutely.
What are the things that they provide that help you in the building process?
Just code questions, because we're never going to know the code 100%, and there's conditions on the job site that vary. And I mean, last week I texted
Yes, he did.
Dan because of a question about safety.
And so the codes are always evolving, and you do bring information to the builders.
Correct.
What are some of the reasons, though, somebody might fail an inspection? What are the causes of an inspection to not go well?
The majority of the time it's because they don't adhere to the approved set of plans, or there's some code violation that we catch.
So not adhering to the plans, that sounds unusual to me. Is that just where somebody just gets rolling on a job, or how does that happen?
They just miss things on the plans. They don't look at them. They just have done things this way for 20 years, and they're going to continue to do it.
Or they don't read the plans at all.
They don't read, exactly.
So in that case, you really are watching out for the consumer to make sure they're getting what they're paying for and that everything is safe and up to code.
Definitely.
And how often do the codes evolve? Do they, on a regular basis, are they changing and evolving?
The codes go through a 3-year cycle. 2016 was the code that we're under now, and this year, January 1, we're going to adopt the 2019 codes.
And you're talking about the California Building Code,
California
right?
Building Codes.
And
yes.
we're going to have you back to talk about some of those codes. There's a lot to talk about here.
Yes.
If you have questions or want to see more from our experts, you can tune in to the Ask an Expert section on ApprovedHomePros.com.
The texture of materials that you choose for your home can have a big impact on the end results look and feel. So today I'm here with Derek Pritchett from Thompson Building Materials, who's here to talk about how texture can improve your home. So thanks for being with me.
Thanks for having me.
Texture can go so far beyond just choosing like carpet or wood floors and making a difference there. It can be literally any wall, ceiling, or floor in the home. How do we go about incorporating texture into the home?
Well, people are starting to use a lot more natural stone or manufactured stone or even brick on the interiors of their homes, and bringing in texture to the wall surfaces that wallpaper just can't do, or paint.
It just can't do it. When you see a stone wall, it has such a bigger visual impact, but it also affects the way the room feels, wouldn't you say?
It feels a lot more inviting or more organic, and it's very comfortable. Some people think it's like a very heavy or a cave, but no, it's very inviting, very warm, and very natural.
Of course, if you overdo it, perhaps it could feel like a cave,
No.
but that's just, making sure that your design is conclusive to the feel that you're trying to get.
Too much of a good thing is not a good thing.
I love that. So we have all these examples that you can see at Thompson Building Materials, and texture even can differ from stone to stone. So if you pick the same stone, I know there's this one wall in there that's 3 different textures of the same exact material. It looks radically different.
There are different texture options available. Changes the color of the stone, the appearance of it, and so you're not limited to just one texture. So whatever your desire is, it can be achieved.
Yeah, so you could pick one of those stone choices, or you could go for the same wall that you guys have built at the Thompson showroom and use all 3 and incorporate and create a beautiful pattern.
Absolutely, blend all 3 of them, blend 2, but blending the materials is important also. Don't be afraid to blend materials, even wood or metal, incorporate with the stone, so it's not just too much stone. So
that's a great design tip.
Yep.
Another one I want to point out, you have in the kitchen at Thompson, the brick is layered, so the grout is almost different between each line.
Different grout treatments can show the product differently, so you get like striping effect, and then also you can create areas, spaces. Like we have like a stone rug or to find a space in a room.
Yeah, it looks like a rug, but it's actually
Yeah,
a beautiful
right.
stone pattern
Yes.
in the ground, of course,
Absolutely.
we can see. So thank you so much. You want to head on down to Thompson and see these installations yourself. Explore all the endless options for building materials and textures at Thompson today. Visit them at 6618 Federal Boulevard, just 5 miles outside of downtown.
I'm here at the Ameristar Windows factory in Southern California with Feli from Ameristar Windows. And Feli, I want to talk with you about the windows and the quality and some of the different things that you love about the Ameristar. What are some of the things that really struck you first about the windows that Ameristar makes?
I think it was the functionality of the window, that it was just so easy to open and glide. The rollers that are used in our sliding glass doors and our windows, you could really open them with just one finger. And so many times in previous homes that I had owned, we couldn't even open the windows. Like some wouldn't even open. Like you needed two people to actually slide it open. So that was the first thing that that appealed to me. And the second was also with the high cost of energy in California, especially to cool your home. The energy efficiency of the glass was just tremendous.
So great savings for people that put these windows in. They're going to save a lot on energy costs because the efficiency is great with these windows.
Yes.
And what you're talking about the ease of use, I've tried the windows myself, and you're right, just one finger you can open them and close them, and the hardware is wonderful. What about the curb appeal and the look of the windows?
They look wonderful. I mean, I could spot, before I didn't know, so I would drive around neighborhoods and I really couldn't tell the difference, and they so stand out now. I could tell like who's had their windows replaced and who hasn't. It really changes the aesthetics of a home. It's like accessorizing your home, and it really adds to the curb appeal and the overall look.
It does. It makes a home look so good, especially a home that may still have the old aluminum frame windows.
Right.
These modern looks just look so wonderful. Now, I see a lot of white. There's other colors available?
We do have other color options. The white is the most popular, just because it stands out more and it's just sharper.
Oh, yeah, it looks clean, looks like
Very
bling on the
clean.
outside of your home. Yeah.
Exactly, yes. But we do offer other options as well.
Now, the easiest way for people to interact with Ameristar, just have a free consultation, have a consultant come out to your home.
Yes, they can call us, make an appointment, and our sales consultant will go out and show you our product and our service, explain to you our service, our lifetime warranty. We take great pride in what we offer and the product and the quality.
Thanks, Feli. Those are just some of the reasons we recommend Ameristar Windows. That and the no-pressure, easy consultation approach. You can find Ameristar Windows at ApprovedHomePros.com. Call them anytime. Again, ApprovedHomePros.com.
Only Approved Home Pros gives you the expert advantage you need when navigating the world of home improvement. Our network is a team of the most trusted and highly respected local home improvement experts. Expert reviews, advice, and answers have given thousands of homeowners like you the confidence that comes from having a team of professionals behind you. Like a friend in the business, we're here to protect your home and family by making it easy to find and connect with San Diego's best pros at ApprovedHomePros.com.
Our furry friends bring so much love and joy into our homes, but they also can bring fur that cause allergens and clog your air filters. So today, Alexia from Excel Air is here to talk about what air filters are best for homes with pets. And we've brought along Misha to showcase our example because they breathe the same air that we do. Thanks for being with me today.
Thank you for having me, Jordan. Yes, so what we have here is a product. This pieces here on the table is ActiveTech, working together with a filtration system, which is right here. It's a MERV 16 filter. It will take 99.999% of pollen, allergy, even mold out of anything that's not good for us to breathe out of your home.
That's incredible. That's hospital grade air quality, which
Yes.
is why they use systems just like this in hospitals. I can noticeably see that this filter is significantly thicker than the traditional filter. You have to upgrade your system to be able to accommodate this, right?
Sometimes if it's a really old system, but usually we can work with your existing system, so yes.
That's incredible.
Yes.
So you can easily have this added, and then of course if you're shopping for a new system, we can create, Excel will come out and help you guys create the exact system for your needs with your pets, because the pets are breathing the same air. They also get allergies. Does Misha sneeze?
Yes, he does, and I noticed a difference, a huge difference when we installed the system in our home during Fallbrook fires in 2007 when we lived in Fallbrook at the time.
Wow.
The air was so clean inside of our home, we didn't have to evacuate. So instead we stay in our home and we volunteer for the city of Fallbrook.
Oh, well, thank you so much for doing that. That's an incredible stat to know, though, that San Diego is notorious for fires, and the air quality can get so poor during that time that you can rely on the air inside your home being so incredibly clean. And is this an easy system to add? It just can go to your existing system and be an add-on. It doesn't take very long until you see effects?
No, it doesn't take long to install it, and you can see it's working immediately.
So it works with your AC, your heat, and then air circulation?
Yes. As soon as you turn it on, it's working.
As soon as you turn it on, it's working, and you're going to see the effects. You're going to breathe better air. Excel Air cares not only about you and your home, but also your pets. So let them come out today and find the best filtration for everyone who's living in your home. You can find them on approvedhomepros.com/ExcelAir.
Hi, this is Virgil Ryan with Superior Window Solutions Window Tinting with today's quick tip on how to care for your tinted home or car windows. Today's tip is the cloth. Okay, a lot of people ask us, what do you use? Do you use paper towels, newspapers? Our best thing is we like nice, clean, fresh microfiber cloth towels. You can find them in most major stores.
One of the most important choices you'll make when remodeling your pool is the finish. Mark from Gardner Outdoor and Pool Remodeling is here to help us through that world of finishes and pools. Mark, there's a lot of choices out there available for us. What are the big categories? What are the divisions?
The major categories are plaster, quartz, and aggregate.
And we don't have any examples of plaster here, but everybody knows what plaster looks like. Tell us a little bit about some of the advantages, disadvantages of plaster pools.
Well, plaster's been around since pools have been around, so it's tried and tested finish. It's budget friendly, but it won't last as long as the other finishes are available today. You're looking at about 8 to 10 years.
Okay, 8 to 10 years, but they can save on that option.
Right.
Okay. What's the next step up from that?
Quartz. If you plan to stay in the house longer, quartz. This is a Pebble Fina, which is from the PebbleTech family, but this is a quartz product. Okay. It gives a nice, smooth finish, and it will last about twice as long as plaster.
Twice as long as plaster. That's a huge difference. But it only costs about how much more?
About a third more.
Great bang for your buck with that.
Right.
What's the next step up from quartz?
Getting into the aggregate world. So we're talking about rock that has been naturally tumbled and smooth, easy to walk on, but will last about 25 years.
25 years, okay,
yes.
So we've gone a long way from the plaster there with that.
Yes.
The name that comes to my mind, I think it's synonymous with the Band-Aid of that world, is PebbleTech. Is that one of the producers?
Well, PebbleTech is the originator of the aggregate finish. So they put a lot of R&D into their finishes, and they have the superior quality.
Are all these aggregates here that we're looking at?
Yes, although this aggregate here is combined glass and aggregate, and rock.
And what's the advantage to that?
Well, you're going to get the same longevity, but you're going to get bling that you're just not going to get in the other finishes.
So it's about the look.
It is, and it's going to be a beautiful look when the sun hits it.
If you were going to remodel your pool, what would you go with?
I would go with Pebble Sheen. I think it's a great finish, it's nice and smooth, and it will last that long. It's worth the investment.
Okay, so not the very top end, but a great choice, and you will guide people to that right choice for them when you get your pool remodeled. Get the perfect finish from Gardner Outdoor and Pool Remodeling. Call them today at 619-431-2002, or you can find them at approvedhomepros.com. That's approvedhomepros.com.
There are plenty of things that can cause problems in and around your home, but one of the most common ones is the toilet. So today, Bill Cohn from Mr. Handyman is here to talk about the common toilet problems you might run into and how we can handle them. Thanks for being with me today.
Thanks for having me, Jordan.
I love that we basically have the guts of a toilet on the table here. Let's just dig into the two most common problems.
Okay, so certainly what most people feel or find in their home is that they hear the toilet constantly running, or they hear that phantom flush, out of nowhere.
Yes.
And so, so what we've brought today is kind of the guts of a toilet. It kind of works like this. This is the fill valve, and then the flush valve, and this is the flapper.
And all of this happens just inside the toilet
And this is all inside the toilet. We can just call it the guts of the toilet. But these are the sources of most of your problems in a toilet. So just quickly how they work. Water comes in from your house up through the fill valve, comes over to the flush valve, and after you flush, when you flush, this
chain
is lifted up, the flapper opens, water goes down into the toilet and flushes it out. and then once that has closed, then we start refilling. So usually what's happening, a lot of the problems are with the flapper. So either it becomes old and this seal is no longer holding. Sometimes it's as simple as this chain gets stuck under the flapper.
Yeah, so anything that prevents it from creating a seal.
Creating a seal and stopping the water from coming in. The other issue is sometimes when you hear the water constantly running, you have a problem with the fill valve. And the fill valve, the water's coming up, there's this float which senses how high the water is, and at some point then it'll stop the valve and keep the water from coming in. So what we find is between running toilet and phantom flush, that these are usually your two highest culprits. And so what we would do is what we would recommend is that you just replace both of these, regardless of the problem. These are sold in a kit in all the common hardware stores, Ace, Home Depot, Lowe's, and they're usually less than $30.
So it's a very inexpensive fix.
It's an inexpensive fix, and it's a quick fix. We can do this in less than an hour.
Less than an hour, which is great, and it's of course going to save you a ton in water because you don't want to let the water continue to run. So common toilet problems can be fixed really easily if you know what to do, and Mr. Handyman is always there to help you. So you can find them and all of our other top pros at ApprovedHomePros.com.
With historically low interest rates, it's a great time to hold on to your cash and finance home improvements. Today I want to go over your best financing options. If you're looking at solar repairs or minor remodeling, home equity lines of credit have low fees, no prepayment penalty, and easy approval. For major improvements like additions and custom kitchens, home renovation or construction loans are the perfect fit. These loans consider future value, closing costs are reasonable, interest rates are low, and you can wrap everything into a new first mortgage after completion. If you can't qualify for more conventional financing, FHA Title I and Homestyle loans are an option. These loans offer great protection for consumers by making sure work is performed before disbursements are made to the contractor, but closing costs can be very high. My advice, work through a local loan officer, not online, and make sure the contractor is pre-approved through the lender.
Be safe, be sure, be confident about the home improvement companies you work with the Approved Home Pros Guarantee. Only Approved Home Pros guarantees you will be satisfied with your home improvement, repair, or service, or we'll step in to help make it right. If you need help, our team of experts is behind you every step of the way when you use a pro in the Approved Home Pros network. Move forward with confidence knowing you're never in this alone. Find a pro today at ApprovedHomePros.com. It's guaranteed.
Thank you so much to all of our experts for coming on and sharing their expertise with us today.
That's what we're about, really, is bringing on experts in various areas of home improvement to help the consumer understand how to get the most out of their home improvement dollars or maintain their home and really understand the process.
Absolutely, because we touched on all areas of home improvement today, everything from how to get clean windows and what tools you need to use, how to fix common toilet problems, which is a big one because a lot of that is DIY and it seems like it's really easy to do, but maybe you should leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, there's some nuances to that for sure. And I don't do any of these things myself because I'm not good at it. That's why I use Approved Home Pros, or why I started to help other people use it. I was really impressed by your dog interview today, though.
Misha was a treat, and it was so great to learn about we have options to take those allergens out of the air because it's not only you and I that have allergies, but also the pets out there. They need our help as well.
Never thought about that. My two dogs, I'm sure they do have allergies that could be addressed by that.
So no matter what you need for your home, you can search quickly and easily right on ApprovedHomePros.com.
Thank you for joining the Approved Home Pro Show. To connect with the show or find the very best home improvement companies in San Diego, log on to ApprovedHomePros.com or call 855-840-APRO. See you soon.